Did you hear the news? Bank of Canada is going to bring down the interest rate by up to 3%. If you guys didn't know who I am, my name is Hussein Kabani. I'm a real estate broker working in the Durham region, crossing a bit into Toronto. I help families and investors buy and sell real estate. If you guys have any questions, book an appointment with me. My link is going to be below to my calendar, or feel free to send me a DM. It's middle of September 2023. And as you guys already know, that the Bank of Canada held the interest rate on September 6th right at 5%. I thought this one could have went either way, but they did hold it despite the inflation rate coming back up a little bit. But they also did warn that this could not be the end of it. There could still be more. It just depends on how inflation rate goes, because they're really targeting that 2 to 3%. That being said, they still have two more announcements this year that they're going to make about the interest rates. One is going to be October 25th, and then the next one is going to be December 6th, I believe. So there's two more chances that it can go up. But from everything I gather, there could be like a 25% chance that they're going to raise it up higher than what it is right now. Could be wrong, but that's what I'm reading right now. But everyone more or less seems to think that it's going to stay flat now moving forward. And for next year, there's been some aggressive predictions, I would say. And basically, they're saying like we could probably see it in 2024 come down about 2%, and then another percent in 2025. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate comments for this, but all I'm doing is reiterating the information that I have read online. I think the 2% is aggressive. Can it happen? There's a chance that it could happen. I think it's a little bit aggressive, especially in the time frame. I hear a lot of people saying that these decrease in interest rates are going to happen. What I'm hearing is that it's not going to happen right off the bat. Some people are saying second quarter, some people are saying third quarter. I would say maybe the end of second quarter into third quarter might be a better bet. And that's just based on how I feel about how things are going right now. I say it's going to probably happen maybe a little bit later on in the second quarter or into the third quarter, only because I don't think that the government really wants to spike up the home sales that much. Because if they start to lower the interest rate at the first half of the year, I think that's going to indicate a lot more confidence in the market than there actually is. And it might drive people to start purchasing homes and bidding on them again and drive up the price again. And that's something they really don't want to do. So I think what we might see is in the back half of Q2 or Q3 or into Q3, I think that's when we might start to see interest rate adjustments. We could also see the inflation number go down quite a bit if we shed more jobs and whatnot. Then they might start to do something sooner. But I also think it is a political play, and I don't want to get too political on this channel, but the federal election is going to be coming up in 2025, and what a great story to have for the existing government right now, right? To basically say, hey, we went through this crazy pandemic, inflation went out of control, but look what we did. We actually, did our job. We put the right strategies in place, and we brought it right back down. And even the interest rate, the Bank of Canada constantly wanted to raise the interest rate, but we put an end to that by implementing all these economic policies, and this is what we did, and that's why you should vote for us. So I think it's a great little setup for the existing government right now to get reelected again. I'll leave it at that for that one. But yeah, like interest rates, guys, I would say it's hard to tell what is going to happen, and what I tell everybody is make your decision on more or less what you got to deal with today. Obviously, if you have to get a new mortgage, you got to get a new mortgage, okay? You can't really fight it. I don't really like the variable rates that are in the market right now. I think the fixed rate is, at least you get into a short-term product there. You get into a 1 year or a 2 year product. A lot of cases with these banks, what ends up happening is that when you got, 3-4 months left in your mortgage, you could probably go back and just renew. So you're really getting like an 8-month or maybe, a 18-month term or something like that. And then if the rates happen to come down, you could refinance or redo a new mortgage at lower rates. So that's the way I would do it right now. I don't think I would commit to a 5-year term at this point right now. If you have to make that decision, you have to make that decision. A lot of people are also saying like, what is going to happen in the long run? The long run, we're not really sure about. I think what we can kind of see is that one way or the other, the interest rates are going to come down. Again, by the research and reading I'm doing online, there seems to be a consensus that over the next few years, we will probably get to somewhere in and around that 4%. I don't know, it could be 3.75, it could be 4.25, but we're going to get somewhere around that 4%. So I think we need to start to wrap our minds around that. We're definitely not getting down to the 1.5%, the 2%, and we're probably not going to stick around the 7 or like 6 or 7%. We're probably going to be somewhere around that 4%. So even if you guys are thinking about your renewals coming up in the next 2 or 3 years, hopefully you're going to be in a better spot. If you have a 1.5 or 2% mortgage right now, you're going to plan for an increase. And if you're in the same situation that I am in, I took a bunch of 1-year products. I'm thinking that the rate might come down a little bit in the next year or two. So that's the way I would navigate the interest rate right now. Again, there's a lot of factors. One of the bigger factors factors going on right now is even oil prices. So it depends on where oil prices go. So it, again, has to do a lot with the inflation and the employment status that we have here right now. Again, if you guys have any questions about this, I'd be more than happy to have a conversation with you. Not to say that I have all the answers and I can give you a precise answer of where things are going in the market in terms of interest rate, but we could definitely have a conversation around what your specific situation is, and I can give you my advice of what I would do if I was in your situation. Until next time, guys, remember one thing: get Kabani, get sold.
Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold.